Okay, so this is Gary Stevenson from Innovative Property in Marbella and on the Costa del Sol, and I'm just here now to explain you the buying costs involved when you purchase a property here in Spain. Something you should definitely be aware of and take into consideration when you're looking at a property in Spain. Firstly, we would have in general on a used property in Spain now in 2014, you would have a transfer tax which would need to be paid to the Spanish government, and the transfer tax currently in Spain is 8%. That's for a used property. Any property that's had a transfer of owners in the past is considered a used property. In some cases, you might be buying a brand new property where there's been no transfer of owner. So you're buying it from the constructor, the builder, or the promoter. And in that case, in 2014, you would not pay a transfer tax. You would pay a VAT. And the VAT on new properties in Spain is 10%. So it actually costs you 2% more to buy a new property. So to start with, we have the taxes. So the taxes are either 8% for a used property. A used property could also be a new property, but where there's been a change of ownership. So it could be a property where nobody's lived in it, but maybe a bank has taken over the developer and sold the property further to another bank, or wherever there's been any change of ownership, the tax will be 8%. No change of ownership previously, you're getting a brand new property and there's from the builder or the promoter, 10%. Apart from that, normally in Spain you would be looking at around 1% to pay in lawyers' fees. Most lawyers in Spain, they have professional indemnity insurance up to €1 million per claim. They will speak your language, and they'll do quite a lot of work which you can't really do yourself if you're living in a Northern European country or anywhere else in the world. So it's very good to have a lawyer, and the lawyers in Spain, they will take 1% in general. If you're purchasing a very low price property, your lawyer might insist on a higher figure. If you're purchasing a property for a few million euros, you'd probably want to haggle the price a little bit with your lawyer, because it doesn't involve more or less work than if you're buying a property for 500,000 euros or 200,000 euros. So there you have the taxes, your lawyers. Then you would have around 2% for notary fees and stamps. So then, yeah, and apart from that, you would also have, if you was going to borrow money in Spain, then there would be mortgage related costs, and these can vary between 1 and 3%, again depending on the purchase price and also what bank you use. Mortgage related costs would involve like notary fees, which could be 1%, because there would be a deed also for your loan. There would be valuation fees. Your bank would send out a valuer to value your property, and generally, irrelevant of the price, this would cost between around 350 and 450 euros now in 2014. So, and apart from that, your bank would probably like you to increase your current life insurance policy or take out some sort of extra life cover with them, at least for the first year of your loan. So there you have it. The buying costs in Spain, just as a roundup, will generally be between 11% if you're a cash buyer, and up to maybe 13 or even 14% if you're purchasing with a bank. They could be lower, they could be around 12, but generally it's better to look on the dark side and get a nice little surprise at the end on completion, than underestimate what the costs would be. That's my advice to you. Apart from those costs, you may be saying, what about the agent's fees? Well, in Spain, the agent's fees are paid by the seller. So even though we may be picking you up from the airport, we're driving you around for 3 or 4 days, we don't expect any money from the buyer. We hopefully when you find a property, if you find it with us, then we will get a commission from the seller, and that's already built into all the prices here in Spain. So that's all for now. Please go to our website and have a look at the latest bargains and good deals we have, and we hope to see you here on the Costa del Sol soon.